Mathematics is widely used by engineers to simplify and solve problems. Vectors, for instance, help them deal with complex problems involving multiple objects, fields, forces, when both direction and magnitude contribute to any resulting event. Simple yet powerful. This is how we describe vectors. The process of adding two or more vectors is widely used on a free body diagram. This is where object is removed from its environment and all the individual forces acting upon the object are shown. The sole purpose of it is to determine the net force experienced by the object. When two or more vectors are added, they must all have the same units. Vectors can be added to each other geometrically or algebraically. In order to add vector B to vector A geometrically, you should first draw vector A, then start drawing vector B from the tip of vector A. Resultant vector R is drawn from the tail of A to the tip of B and equals to the sum of A and B. This procedure is known as the triangle method of addition. When two vectors are added, their sum is independent on the order of the addition. This relationship is called their commutative. The same general approach can also be used to add more than two vectors. The resultant vector sum is the vector drawn from the tail of the first vector to the tip of the last. Again, the order in which the vectors are added is unimportant. Subtraction is very similar to addition but uses a negative of the vector, which has the same magnitude but opposite direction. We define operation A minus B as the negative of the vector B added to the vector A, using the same triangle rule. Another method of adding vectors makes use of the projections of a vector along the axis of a rectangular coordinate system. These projections are called components, therefore x and y components. Consider a vector A in a rectangular system. A can be expressed as the sum of two vectors, ax in parallel to the x-axis and ay parallel to the y-axis. These components form two sides of a right triangle having a hypotenuse with magnitude a. It follows that a's magnitude and direction are related to its components through Pythagorean theorem. If resultant vector r is the sum of vectors a and b, then we can just add x and y components of two vectors to get the resultant vector in terms of x and y components algebraically. Then the resultant magnitude is found through Pythagorean theorem. Thank you for your attention.